What's up, people, and welcome to Big G Meets the Music Stars, a show where I, Big G, get up close and personal with the stars of the music biz. On today's show, we're going to feature musician slash music producer, a dude who has inspired a generation of musicians. And that is an achievement considering that he's so young. Further ado, let me call on my amigo, Rocky Lazarus.
Hi, Rocky.
Have a seat, Rocky.
Thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure and privilege having you on this show.
Thank you. I'm also excited to be here. You have made elaborate arrangements and it feels like I'm in a very big American, and why not?
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yes.
Rocky, you have been an inspiration to a lot of entertainers, okay? Including musicians, obviously. Tell us a little bit about your roots and how you got into music.
Okay, see, I was born in Perne, in my mother's maternal place. And my father's place is in Karanzalem, Dona Paula. I grew up there. My mother asked me one question when I was quite young. She said, do you want to play trumpet or saxophone like those people who are practicing at our place? There has to be a brass band playing. So I said no, it looked too heavy. And somebody said you might have a breathing problem. And that time the guitar was always there, somebody would come, a hippie would come around with a guitar and they asked me, do you want to learn guitar?
Which year was that?
This was like around 82 or something.
Oh,
82.
No wonder you took your time.
I remember very clearly that evening. It was around 3 o'clock and I was in the backyard. She said the Rosary Club of St. Peter's Chapel, Our Lady of Rosary, is opening a guitar,
Classes.
Club, classes. And the teacher called Bertha, one of our teaching there. Would you like to go? The fee was 10 rupees per month. So I said yes, I would like to go. And she said, I'll pay that 10 rupees for you. My good fortune or misfortune, I do not know. I went for one class and all the classmates were girls. So
that is good fortune, dude.
No, I was the youngest. So I could just look up to them like elder sisters. Nothing more.
That's not really good fortune.
I was 7 years old.
Look at it.
So that evening, the teacher left the job. It was my first and last class.
And obviously the girls also left along with her.
Yes, you know how people, and it was free, the teacher was teaching free. Somebody said that they cannot understand what she is teaching. But she was a nice teacher. She was my school teacher also.
Okay.
And, so she left being disheartened. You know how it is. It's just like the dislikes on YouTube, no? You have to grow up with them.
I love the analogy of your music and your
So
experience.
that was my first and last class.
Okay.
Then all that I was left with was that one page. That page had the words written on it, I Have a Dream by ABBA. So-
I remember the song.
So I needed to learn it further. So I went to my neighbor Karina, who stays just above my house, and Angelina. She gave me a guitar. She had a nice Echo guitar brought to her from Bahrain by her mother.
Okay.
An Echo guitar is, if those who know, is a very beautiful guitar. Usually they are classical guitars with
Yes.
nylon strings. So I used to wonder why she put fishing twine instead of strings. Like.
She had fishing twine in
No,
lieu of-
Miss, like it's nylon. I didn't know that.
you did not even know the
yeah,
difference.
I thought
Okay.
that she's got her father goes for fishing. I thought she put. So that was, I still can't remember why. So, so I played. She showed me.
Okay.
Her name was Karina. She took care of us. My mother was abroad for 30 years in Kuwait. She taught me C chord, the girl, Karina. And Angelina taught me G7. So I
Okay.
asked them one question. Why that C doesn't have a 7? She didn't know what to say. Still, I don't know why.
Oh, you.
Yes, still there's. So she said, I have a dream. Then somebody told me, "Tu off manta mare." I said, "Off manta, kide off manta?" In Konkani they are saying. I didn't understand. I had relative pitching.
Okay.
So many people think I'm a big musical prodigy or something, but no, I would like to state matter of factly, prodigies are when somebody who can, play like professional when they are 3 years old. So I don't have a good ear, but I have perseverance. I use my perseverance and thirst for knowledge to at least rise up to the level of one day I can be well.
No, and that's very important actually amongst musicians, and not only amongst musicians. I think it's amongst anyone who is pursuing a goal in life. Rocky, we have reached a segment that I'd like to call Quickie Round.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a set of questions, and your answer is limited to a few words or a sentence maximum, not beyond that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So are we ready?
Sounds interesting.
Oh, it is interesting.
Okay, thank you.
My first question. Which is the song that you listen to the most often?
Caminando por la calle by Gypsy Kings. It endlessly I can listen to it on loop.
Your least favorite type of music?
Grunge.
Surprising. If you had $1 million, what would you buy immediately?
I would buy a gift voucher in every Big G mall for
Big G Mall. Our viewers would think that I own a chain of malls.
For all our viewers.
Ah, that is so sweet.
Yes. Knowing me, it can be true.
Okay. Knowing you, I believe it is true. Your favorite cartoon show while growing up?
Tom and Jerry, of course.
Ah, so mine, it is still my favorite.
Now it is Chota Bheem.
Good one. If you were invisible, which is the first place that you would go?
Taj Mahal.
You could do that when you're visible also.
No, but people see me with this thing there. Because there are things I want to do there.
I won't ask you to elaborate. The one thing that you own and you wish you did not.
My old cycle.
Why don't you pop it off just out of
No,
curiosity?
it's called 18th century. So it become it's a asset as well as a liability.
Your least favorite beverage?
Malibu. That was the last I had in 1997.
And never touched it again.
Never touched it again.
What is the compliment that you receive the most?
You've got a photogenic
Photogenic
face. Yeah.
I second that opinion because you do have a very. You're making me a little conscious, honestly.
Thank you. No,
and you're very camera friendly.
You are the big G.
No, that smile is awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you, thank
Again, we digress. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool are you?
I feel cold right now, but so not
okay.
as cool.
A number?
6.
Very modest.
Okay.
And thus ends our quickie round. And Rocky has come through with style and grace. Rocky, you are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have performed at so many places.
Yes.
And honestly, you have so many fans, including me.
Thank you, sir.
Your most memorable / craziest fan moment?
Yes, I will go on record for this.
Okay.
I will go on record for this, whatever happens. Before leaving Ramo's band and the Microwave Papadam in 2004, I played for 4 years, 9 months. We were in Dubai. We were playing a show and there was some vibe in the air, which was unheard of. In my life, I never got that vibe.
It was a feeling.
It was a feeling.
Okay.
And somebody told me, the Dubai people are so, they are like a different part of the Middle East.
Yeah.
And they are really, they come to the flow and this thing. So I had known what I would go do. So
Yeah.
I had purchased a 10-meter long cable for my bass guitar. 10 meters from here till the end of that.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what I would do. So Ramo went, Hamma, 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 Hamma. Shall I move? He went to the one side of the stage and singing for some ladies there. So I said, if he can do it, why not I? So I took my 10-meter cable and from the back end, I walked to the other end. So those ladies, the teeny boppers were there. So I went there with my long hair and I started playing.
You had long hair.
Yeah, I started doing a bass solo out of turn, impromptu there, over that hammam. Suddenly I am feeling on my hand, like that. I looked around, it was Ramo, come all the way 10 meters from that end. He said, what are you doing here? I started playing a solo, go back quietly to where you were. So I quietly walked back to where I was. It was my
Unbelievable.
yes, so it was like he's the band leader and
Yes.
I'm playing for Ramo and so I'm his demo.
Yes.
So I have to act like a demo, no? So I went back quietly, poor fellow, and that was the fan moment which I saw the sadness in the eyes of the teeny boppers, like they
Who were
like,
actually relishing that bass solo of yours.
Yes. So I said I'll still remember. So I remember that as a band leader, he told me and I shouldn't have gone out of context.
Yes.
It was not a scripted show, but that was a fan moment. Actually,
That
that
you
was the
would-
only time I got some this thing. Whatever happens, now I've said it now.
Yeah, the point of this is it was also a crazy moment and it was also a fan moment because you left a lot of fans and teeny boppers disappointed, I guess.
Yes,
Who
but
were-
if I add to it,
Yes.
for the film festival, same thing happened in Kampal. I bought a 15-meter cable from the Pedro Fernandez music shop this time.
This time you said
Yes.
you were gonna get far away from the band.
Yeah,
leader.
far away from him also. So I said, I'll go right to the edge. So I climbed on the speaker.
Unreachable spot.
Yes, and I wanted to jump down on a break beat. There was a song called Indian Lady. So for that song, I wanted to jump down. So when I jumped down, my foot got entangled to the cable and I fell down. Next day it was in the news. Rocky Kyon Kolla. But,
Yeah, but you are not a
97
drinker
number
anyways.
yeah, it added to the mileage. See, these are fan moments, like people went wild, Rocky fell down.
So the point of it, viewers, is sometimes bad publicity is good publicity.
Yes. So in life we see all these things, no? And I will remember them for a lifetime. So if you are a natural comedian, you attract everybody, like you do.
Thank you. Rocky, you have been given an award,
Yes.
the Youth Award for Excellence in Music.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it.
One day I got a phone from Art and Culture Department of Goa. So they give 5 awards in Goa in the field of drama, music, Indian music, Western music, literature, and something, a theater or something.
Okay.
So they called me and they said, Rock Lazarus, if we give you, decide to give you the State Youth Award, would you accept it for music in Western?
Would you?
I said, yeah, Thomas and Cardo, sir, he was deputy. He asked me, I said, sir, I don't know anything about it. But why do you say I wouldn't accept it? So he coughed. I don't know why. He said, your students have come here and they have applied for the award. So when asked who their teacher was, they said Rock Lazarus. And he asked them questions. why didn't you send your teacher for the award first?
A very valid
So,
question, actually, if you ask
so
me.
I see all these awards and all were, like I never looked up for them. I always said, you do your work and the accolades will come.
Correct.
So I said, at least for the sake of the students, and also it's given till the age of 45. So I was nearing that.
Yeah, but you
that
haven't reached 45 as
No,
yet.
not
Yeah.
exact. So I said I will accept it, Gladys. There was a purse of some 20,000 rupees, but but the honor was much greater.
Yes.
I had to accept it for all those who believed in music and believed in me.
That is
Thank
so
you.
cool.
Yeah. So these awards are still instituted for people like that, and I build people towards them in Goa. I find people, and maybe we also have a say as previous awardees. Now the next award is state award. Not that I'm in line for it. It's for at the age of 55. And but I know. So I did a fantastic thing for all the people who want to be musicians. They have a system where if you have a grade 6 or grade 8, you can become a music teacher.
Yes.
I made it my life's mission to make sure all the musicians in Goa, if they want to learn, they'll get a job. So I'm training people for grade 6 to grade 8
Okay.
directly without actually appearing for the exam in the lower grade. We are preparing for that. And there's a system where there is a 90% chance of passing the exam. These are international exams. I've studied the whole system.
Okay.
But more than that, I wish that they would come back. It's an unfortunate thing that once students get that grade 8, first you used to take 10 years. Now you
Yeah.
can do it in a few days. People don't want to study for the sake of studying. But it's my complaint. People study for getting a grade.
And that shouldn't be the principle.
It shouldn't be that, because then it will not make favorable teachers for society as a whole. Over this period of time, I've taught over 1,200 music students. So they've come from all over the world, not only in India. People will come from different countries, and know that there is a person who's willing to share. And the fact that I pick and play any instrument adds to that. And also because of my affinity to metaphysics.
Okay.
I believe when I say it, it happens. It may not happen for me. So there are many stars that have come from our school. My school was called Rock's Music Classes then. It converted to Axel School of Music later. And I converted it later into a special stream called Assistant to the Audio Recordist course, where we have started about 26 studios, recording home studios in Goa. And my friend Ryan Matthias, he pushed me on in this direction, saying that we can buy sound cards and equipment all from him. Also, I used to buy from Ashley. But the main recording equipment, our equipment came from AV Pro Global.
Yeah, I know.
And at a fantastic discount, so I appreciate him for that.
So those are actually the facts that helped you move forward.
Yes, exactly.
And viewers, the important part out here that I have learned today is studying is a continuous process. So keep on studying and one day you will be successful. Rocky, we have reached a fun segment. Actually, this whole interview has been pretty much fun.
It's very funny, and I'm not a funny person. Sometimes I tell myself, why do you act like this? But then you never know who you really are till it comes out from within, I think today was the first day in my life where I'm actually cracking jokes.
No, actually, I think you have that tendency of making people happy. And that happens with humor and music. So that's the reason it goes side by side. Which brings us to our segment called No Holes Barred. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay, one line, two line?
No, you can elaborate on this.
Okay.
But don't make it more than 4 lines because I do not want you to think too much.
Okay. I think too much.
Yeah, I know.
You
so
don't
do
want
I.
me to think too much.
Yeah, this should be just natural. What comes to you naturally. Okay. First thing, this is not the question, but this will lead to the question. Are you married?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what were the qualities that attracted you towards your wife romantically? Why is there sudden silence out here? See, I got you out here. He's a little worried, viewers, that if he says anything, he is not going to get dinner at home. Or either He's going to get a tanning.
I have dinner used to have dinner at many places. Friends call me for dinner, or if not, I was.
Why are we avoiding the question?
Yes. Okay. See, when I was 21, I packed my trunk to go to the Himalayas. This is as true as it can get.
Okay.
I wanted to learn meditation, sit in a cave.
Yes.
And all these things.
I can understand.
Yes. Suddenly comes this Apsara. Apsara means damsel.
To ruin that meditation.
Yes, I saw a photograph on friend's wall collage. So I said, "Who's this girl?"
Your friend was owned a photo studio?
No, he owned an entertainment agency. His friend, my friend, Neil Ribeiro. He is a big.
I know.
He's instrumental in my progress, in this field. Otherwise, I was a smallie who would always be.
Let's stop talking about the boys. Let's talk about the girl.
So I said, "Te kon? Baba, tu teje wate kosna ka te volcano mnalalo." So volcano.
More interesting.
He said, "Yeah. What do you mean?" No. She gets paranoid for any small reason. So you stick. He said, "What do you do?" So what do you say? Keep in your league.
Level.
League. My league. Yes. Yeah. She's above your league. She said. Yeah. Also because she's half Portuguese and all those things. And she's a Miramar girl, and you are a Karanjale boy from the suburbs. He said. So I said, "Don't challenge me." No, see, so this is the first challenge in my life. I said, "Don't challenge me." And from that moment till now, 20 years married, I believe my house is the Himalayan cave now. Yeah, only thing is instead of having Apsara, and I have, they look after me nicely.
Yes.
Yeah, I think heaven can be where you want it to be. I
Exactly,
guess.
well said.
Or hell for that matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't really know where this is leading, but my point is the qualities that attracted you to her was her ability to distract you from whatever you were doing.
No, I like it when somebody snubs me. That's my poison.
So she played hard to get.
Yeah, no, not hard to get. So this is, she's a very nice, caring woman, and she has looked after me and the kids. Well, whatever excuses, I realized that she brought out all the flaws in me, which I will never find in 7 lifetimes. So having these shown in your face makes you subservient to a damsel.
Well said, Rocky. And in case if you don't get dinner today, my place is always there.
Thank you.
So you are always welcome.
Thank you.
After all this, but if nothing else, you have an ability to confuse anyone, because I am confused whether you were praising her or you were kind of belittling her. And I'm pretty sure she will be equally confused.
No, she is going to say this on TV or YouTube, and she will smile. Then later, whatever happens.
Today you're safe. This is not going to be aired
but I
today.
wanted to say something about her also. She is so much particular that I have my tea on time, my meals, so much concerned about me. So she doesn't know, the only way to express her concern is in a very enigmatically angry manner. So what happens is in the morning it is like, "Get up, I will pour the tea on you," and the mug is there. Who gets served tea in bed? Very few people. So it is that I have to get up because the tea will fall on me. But her concern for me is that I have it, so that there is no ulcer in the stomach. I have my meals on time. So the love can be displayed in a multifold manner. And you have, for example, me.
I totally agree. You have answered this round correctly.
Thank you.
I feel so generous. I'm going to allow you to ask me a couple of questions. And I will answer them honestly.
Godfrey?
Yes.
You are a very elegant gentleman. You are a born charmer.
Okay.
So I want to know the secret of this, your charm. How do you, and yet you don't flaunt it. You spread it.
It's as simple as this. Your charm will work if you practice it.
Okay.
Now, where do you practice it?
At home.
Well said. So what I do is I charm my wife off her feet every day on a daily basis. And that's why she allows me to use the charm outside. So the practice starts, everything starts at home. This is a fact that you have stated.
Yes.
So I practice it at home and I perfect it outside.
So if I start charming people outside, ladies outside,
You're going to get kicked at home.
the charm will wear thin at home. That's that what you mean?
No. What I mean to say is, you start off practicing at home, do it on a daily basis, you will just get better outside. And outside, it's no holes barred like this round. So there are no rules. At home, there are a few rules. Now you can't say, darling, I'm going to buy you a diamond ring, because you have to make good on that promise. But if you go outside and tell another beautiful damsel that I'll buy you a diamond ring, you don't have to see her again. You get my point?
Yes.
So,
Godfrey, today I deduce. I watched you on Big G. You are Big G.
yes, I am Big
personified.
G.
Today I realize you are a guru. So in matters of the the
No, it's simple, Rock. I'm a little older than you, so I would have a little
no, don't
more.
tell your age.
No, I
People
will.
are watching, no?
Yeah, but whatever you do, don't ask me my age, because that was the next question that I was a little worried that you might ask me. Okay.
Okay.
One last question and then we wrap up this round.
Okay, no, I'd like to go on. There is nothing more to do. Otherwise, I have to go home, no? Let's
yeah,
extend
yeah.
this. Let's extend
No,
this.
in this particular round.
Okay.
One more question. Then we get to the serious stuff.
Okay.
Okay, ask me any question.
I just asked you, no?
Oh, so you're happy with that?
No, wait.
I'm off the hook?
No. I want to ask you.
Yeah.
You have been interviewing people here.
Yes.
I was supposed to be the first on this interview.
Yes.
Thank you, with your grace and
Yes.
Ryan, so this thing. Circumstances, we were locked down in Mercedes that day.
Yeah, I
because
know.
the Panchayat said, I'm on record. Panchayat said we are under lockdown. So we didn't come out of the. So I had to, first time I missed an appointment.
Yes.
Then you had the second, third, fourth, and yesterday was Hema, who's a very good friend of
Yeah.
mine. I look up to her. Of all these people, are all of us different from each other as people?
Absolutely. In fact, Rocky, this has been a roller coaster ride for me. It's been emotional at times. It's been like today, it's been all laughs, it's been fun, games. And that's the best part about this entire scenario at Big G Meets the Music Stars. It's a scene where you get everything. It's like a Bollywood movie. You have comedy, you have emotions, you have action, you have everything. You have the works. The only thing that we are missing is an item song. But that also, I'm pretty sure at some point or the other might land up also.
I can't do it. I can't dance.
I wouldn't want to see you in an item number too,
No,
Rocky.
I
And
can-
that is as honest as I can get.
I didn't have a wedding reception because I would have had to dance. So that is why. So
We
that's-
both have left feet, so I understand
yeah,
what you're
commercial economizing.
Yeah. So mercifully, we will not have an item number with either of us.
Okay.
And thus ends the no holes barred round, and we both have come safe and sound from that.
Yes.
We have reached the fag end of this interview, and I
Okay.
can't believe how fast
Yeah.
this thing has gone.
It seems
and
like we are just starting.
yeah, exactly.
Again.
And the humor is incredible. What does the future hold for Rock Lazarus?
I believe the future is now for me.
Okay.
If I make critical decisions now in my life, where other people are also concerned, then my future is already done.
Yes.
Some say the future is in the past, but I'll say the future is now.
The
What is happening? If I'm doing this interview and everything goes well, this is everyday affair for me. Then afterwards, you'll be calling me here on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I want to shape this now moment into what I want it to be projected for tomorrow and for a lifetime. So I will take all precautions that I'm laying the paving stone for my future, and it's a good golden paving stone. Thank you for bringing me here, and you are being such a nice host, so I really have to thank you for that. Yeah.
No, in fact, I think the thanking job is all mine. And Rocky, thank you so very much for taking the
my
time off. I know
pleasure.
you
My
have a very, very busy schedule, and you've
My
been very
pleasure.
modest by not admitting that. So thank you for being a part of Big G Meets the Music Stars. And viewers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the links of Rocky's music below. All you need to do is follow him. His music is amazing. And I'll see you all guys with a brand new episode next time, next week, same place. Till then, stay safe, rock on.
Let me say a big thank you to Big G and the whole great team for the work they are doing, and for their YouTube channel, View Playlist. I sincerely ask all of you to subscribe to this channel because it's a really beautiful channel, and to like not only the video which they are showing of me, but all the previous videos and the forthcoming videos. Let us support this genuine channel, and also subscribe to them, like them, and do leave us a comment. We need a comment for all the artists here, and to inspire and support them. The team is really working hard from a very professional angle. I've seen it. You see all these things. They've really done it well. And on a lighter note, see, I'm not like this in person. I normally keep aloof from society and only involved with it if when asked for. So the people's names that I've taken in this video, so those people are close to my heart. My wife, friends, Remo, and my teacher, first teacher, and Angelina, Kirina, Damasen. There is not much time to say thank you to all of you, but I'd just like to say thank you to my parents, my siblings, my family, my neighborhood. I wrote a song in 1995. It was one of my earlier ones. I used to write songs. I don't write love songs, but this was the first love song I wrote. This song was originally in reggae, so we'll try a little bluegrass. So I have a good news. I've been selected by CMNI, that's the Country Music News International, to be the in-house CD review writer. So far I've written 5 reviews for international bands, and they are being published online. So that is something good, worthwhile for the literature side of me and the music knowledge that I have. Sometimes things are not really what they seem to be, and the human mind is really a dreamland of fantasy. Sometimes our hearts get affected by an unexplained disease. It puts our life into turmoil, and such was the case with me. Was it love? Was it love or infatuation? Please tell me. Was it love? Was it love or a spirit that possessed me? I thought my vow was forever, but somehow things turned round. Rules I had set for myself, to them could I remain bound. I prayed to the heavens for help, but help was not to be found. Although my emotions weakened me, I boldly stood my ground. Was it love? Was it love or infatuation? Please tell me. Was it love? Was it love or a spirit that possessed me? Was it love?